Okay. Testing. It's like Knuckles, but it's not. The meme. I didn't show you it, but it's like that's where that comes from. But it's like African tribal music.
Yeah.
And like I always think of Lion King when I do that.
Yeah.
Rafiki. I don't know why. Rafiki.
Rafiki knows the way.
Ow, what was that for? Who cares? It's in the past. Okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
Cool. Hello everybody and welcome back.
Oh shit, we're not.
Why did you do that to me?
I thought you were pausing and...
No. We'll go again then. The Sir Brady Podcast, where two blokes talk movies, TV shows, superheroes, sci-fi, and pop culture in an hour of absolutely stomach-clenching nonsense. Stay tuned for reviews, stories from the comments, and fans, and giveaways. I'm your host, Paris Renalson.
And I'm Cahan Martin.
And this is the Sir Brady Podcast. Woo! Is that enough?
Maybe the woo is a bit much.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sir Brady Podcast, episode 7, the podcast where we talk.
Yeah, we talk.
We talk about movies, TV shows, pop culture, whatever sort of mainstream topics that are related to nerdy stuff that are on the webs.
The webs.
And then we talk about it from there. I am your host, Paris Renalson, also known as Sir Brady, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Cahan Martin.
So weird.
I made a major pause. Like I pointed at you to don't interrupt me.
And you gave me this look too.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty good. For those of you who don't know, we generally don't talk in between podcasts. Like we don't catch up really. So
this is our catch up.
Yeah.
It's our daily, our every 2 week catch up.
yeah. So usually it's sort of it makes it a bit more spontaneous. I think when we talk.
Yeah, just out of the blue.
Yeah, everything's more natural because we haven't actually heard the other person's thoughts on these things. So today we're going to talk about it's really a random week, but we're going to talk about Annihilation, which is the latest movie on Netflix, or latest original movie, and we thought it was very interesting. So we'll talk about that. But first, as always, it's time for the news. It's the 6 o'clock news. Let's talk about the simple stuff first. I'm not going to read in order. I'm going to read out of order. The Spice Girls.
Oh, the Spice Girls.
Do you know the Spice Girls?
Yes.
Spice up your life. Every boy and every girl. Spice up your life. Do you like the Spice Girls music?
I don't mind it.
You don't mind? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite into it. I'm more of a Pussycat Dolls fan myself.
Yes.
But yeah,
that's fun.
I don't mind Spice Girls.
Yeah, they're fun. So the Spice Girls have been rumoured in and out of the past.
Don't pretend you didn't read the article.
No, but the Spice Girls have been in and out of trying to do a reunion for the past however long. But the recent, I don't even know if it's an announcement, but they're going to get an animated superhero movie.
Yeah.
I didn't really read the article, but what I thought was interesting
is the title.
No, but it's 3 very different things.
Yeah.
So the Spice Girls have had a movie before. They had a live-action movie, which wasn't uncommon for 90s.
Like a concert movie?
No, I think it was like a narrative with it's like a musical almost.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not uncommon.
It actually has like a narrative in it.
Yeah,
story.
it was actually on at the embassy, I think, like a week ago.
It's about like Mel B trying to lose weight or something.
Oh.
Don't worry, I love you, Mel. Junior Craig all the way.
Are you feeling sad? No, okay. Hold on, I'm just gonna look. Yeah, so they did a film.
They actually did a film.
Spice World. Yeah. What is it?
Wow.
I don't know what it's about. Fictional events leading up to a major concert.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So it's like that. So it's not uncommon.
It's like a Disney movie.
Pretty much, but like people like the 20th anniversary in 2017. Yeah, S Club 7 did the same thing. Like they like all of. I think NSYNC did one as well.
Oh wow!
Don't
so it's like a thing.
That. Yeah, it was like a '90s group thing. Like you would make like a movie as well. Yeah. So it's not uncommon for the Spice Girls to have a movie.
Yeah.
And by that I mean they've done it before, but to be animated is interesting.
Yeah.
Is an interesting take. I don't know.
And about how long has it been since they broke up?
I would say
20 years.
Yeah, because that's when the anniversary was. They broke up in their prime, I guess.
Yeah.
15 maybe? I'd say 2000 was their last major. Yeah, 2000.
Okay.
So about 18 years.
Like 18 years.
Yeah, but
so odd.
Yeah, I think it's odd to have an animated movie, but then also a superhero movie. I'm getting High Five vibes. Do you remember that?
Action Heroes.
Yeah, Action Heroes, High Five. Would you watch it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I would.
Is that because...
For shits and giggles.
Yeah, it is. It is not because we're like, oh my god, my favorite actor's Baby Spice.
I know, yeah. She always had talent. It's fine. It's good to see it finally realized.
I don't know. I think it's a. I've got this weird feeling that the Spice Girls are still the Spice Girls, but is this? Do they need the money? What do they do?
Isn't Mel B on like trying to convince people to lose weight and on like X Factor and stuff like that?
Maybe. Victoria Beckham is still married to Beckham.
Yeah, so she's just rich. The other three, well, for me, they just faded into obscurity.
I know because my dad's got Emma Bunton and Ginger Spice's albums.
Oh, wow, really?
No, we've got them. Do you want to listen to them? We got them. Victoria Beckham is a businesswoman. Mel B.
She's fashion designer too, isn't she?
Yeah, Mel B is Scary Spice, singer, songwriter, actress, personality. Yeah. Brown Rose.
She's a TV personality. Yeah. Yeah, she's like X Factor, and she. Yeah.
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. That's the one.
Mel C is kind of buff.
Buffer than I am.
Sorry if this is just a drag. I don't know what I'm doing. She's still trying to make music.
Yeah. They're all probably...
Damn, she cute. Emma Bunton. Damn, she cute.
Oh, no. I'll wait till animated.
She's on the Lion Guard, the Disney thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Lion King thing. And Australia's Got Talent is with Jerry.
Yeah. So they're all kind of just...
I'm going to get us opening night tickets.
Oh, seriously?
we're gonna be first in line because for shits and giggles.
Why not? We'll go dressed up as one of them. I'll go dressed up as Posh.
We'll both dress up as one of them.
I'll dress up as Posh.
No, we'll both come as one of them together. We'll get in the same in the same costume. All right,
no, you should go like Spice Girls, Scary Spice, and I should do current Mel B.
Which one's scarier? Let's move on to little bits of news. Men in Black is wants to do a spin-off.
Oh, they've been doing one to do one for
/
years.
a remake.
Yeah.
A few years back, there was announcements that they wanted to do a 21 Jump Street crossover with Men in Black.
Yeah.
Initially with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, and then they were like, no, we don't want to do it with them, but still with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. And now that seems to be scrapped. And latest reports have said that Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth will be starring in a Men in Black film. They both were in last year's Thor Ragnarok, which was a really fun, enjoyable. Which you still haven't seen.
Are there? I've seen most of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be interesting to see them together again.
Yeah, I think it's a cool. Men in Black sort of like an action. It's like an action series from the characters, but it's kind
of like Thor Ragnarok, eh?
But it's like a funny premise.
Action, funny. Yeah, yeah. Know? I mean, if I do a Thor Ragnarok to anything, it's almost like a mockumentary of what the superhero genre is. Mm-hmm. You know, but Men in Black's kind of like that as well. Not quite mockumentary, but heavy on the comedy.
But yeah, because Men in Black, the actual idea of the real Men in Black,
and it was like self-aware comedy. Eh?
Yeah, because the Men in Black in real life is like a conspiracy theory about if you've seen Aliens, these two identical-looking white guys,
blank face, in the suit,
blackface.
No, did I say blackface?
Did you say blank or black?
I said blank.
Okay, cool.
I was going to say, did I just say that? I'm like, oh my god, no.
But no, so these guys will come in and like interrogate you about seeing aliens, and that premise for all three movies was sort of like a. It was sort of jokey, and the whole way you get into it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
That whole sequence where they're like shooting at the builds, and then Will Smith shoots the little girl.
I mean, and it's like it didn't take itself too seriously, you know, because like, well, I don't know which minute.
Because the 90s.
But it was like, I could be Agent M.
Oh, Michael Jackson was in the second one. That's right. Yeah. You know? But no, I think Chris Hemsworth has proven to be. I didn't like the Ghostbusters reboot.
I haven't seen it.
But he's kind of quirky. Like he's one of those actors that I think has found a good model. Like he's good in action, he's good in drama, he seems to be good in comedy. And Tessa Thompson's just really talented.
He's kind of sorry, just to go back to Chris Hemsworth. He's shown that he can do all, but he hasn't done too much of one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You know, and it's not like he's an action star that does this kind of other stuff. You know, Liam Hemsworth, you know, even though I am hesitant to call him a star, is an action actor, you know?
Hunger Games,
The Expendables and all the stuff like that. Chris Hemsworth's done, like, for every Thor film he's done like, what was that? The one where he was a race car driver.
Oh, yeah. Rush.
Rush, yeah. And ones like that, you know, so he's done...
He did the Moby Dick tale.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it was called, but I'm going to call it the Moby Dick tale.
And so like he's like proven that he can act all of them, and he hasn't done one too much of one that it's like he's kind of typecast.
Yeah. And they're all really good at most of those MCU. You know, Chris Evans.
He's not Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
I know it's odd, but I've seen Tom Cruise do drama really, really well.
I want the truth. That's not what he sounds like, but Chris Evans is the same. You know, he did like Snowpiercer in between. Yeah, he did one in between Civil War and Age of Ultron, or Civil War in this one.
Oh, is that the one where he's a parent?
Yeah, he's like his sister or something. He gets the kid, or it's his kid or something. Yeah, which apparently I haven't seen it, but apparently really good. But Tessa Thompson, she's in Annihilation, which we both watched, which we'll talk about later. But she's in Creed. She's popped up in Selma. Yeah, she was in Dear White People, the original movie, which I've seen the Netflix show. But she's one of those actresses that I'm loving her stuff. She's like, it's like
you're giving her the Jennifer Lawrence treatment.
It's like movie after movie. She's like nailing it, which is cool. And yeah, she's real talented, and I would love to see that. I think that'll be a cool dynamic as well. Yeah. What else?
I always like seeing actors that like maybe not necessarily the main two in a movie, but they go out and do another movie together.
Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen did it last year at Wind River.
Wind River,
which was really, really good.
I just think it's really cool.
Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues.
Blue's Skidoo, you can too.
You just got a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. It's from the Peter. I don't know. What's that?
Cruelty to animals.
Yeah, Blue. We're being cruel to Blue.
Yeah, no.
Oh no.
Find those clues.
And then you'll get a treat. Blue's Clues is coming back. Apparently. It's coming back. The latest sort of online stuff for Blu's Clues has been, this photo has been doing the loop, and it is of John Cena dressed up from one of the old Nickelodeon live shows, and he's dressed up in like the
Steve's get up.
Yeah, like the shirt, and he's got like the cards and that, and people
like khaki jeans, cargo shorts and stuff like that.
Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, John Cena could be the new one." So there was an open casting call, open auditions, and then following that, people posted that image. And John Cena's been teasing it. He posted on Instagram, no caption, just an image of Blue's Clues.
Yeah,
and so he's sort of like fueling that fire. Yeah. But the funniest bit of it was actually original host Steve. Was on some sort of talk show, and he was doing a live stream, and he was saying how he liked the idea of having just an everyday looking bloke as the Blue's Clues host, but if John Cena was really considering it, he would want to verse him in a wrestling match, which it's just funny to me. Like, that's funny. Like that's like sportsmanship almost.
He sounds almost bitter, doesn't he?
Well, he left because he was going bald.
I thought he left because he was going to college. Or he left college or something.
I'll tell you when you grow up. Like, that's what they said on the show.
Oh, really? Oh, no, my childhood.
They lied to you on the show.
God, no.
You're growing up?
Oh, my, no.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Was he like a druggie or something?
No.
Oh,
he had a few personal, like, it wasn't druggy. I think it was something like, there was some sort of condition he had briefly.
Oh, he did the Greg Wiggle thing.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And then he was also going bald naturally.
Yeah.
And then
so it's just not suitable for kids TV, I suppose.
You can't just put a wig on him or something. I don't know.
Baldness isn't bad.
But they want him to be your friend. If your friend's going bald,
no,
it's kind of odd. But yeah, so he went online and he's been joking about it. But
there is a difference between a man with hair and a dog and a bald guy with a dog in there.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, okay.
I know it's a weird thing to say, but
I think I got
get it.
But no, I'm trying to think.
I lost you there, didn't I?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm sort of gone. But no, I think.
I thought it was one of those moments where we just we both understand something.
No,
we have those moments, and it just wasn't there that time.
That wasn't that one. No, I think Blue's Clues coming back. I was gonna say I would watch it, but then the Magic School Bus came back last year.
No, I haven't watched it.
And neither. Like, it's the thing where it was like,
but this thing for me, it was Magic School Bus was never a big thing for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I don't know.
That wasn't one of yours.
It wasn't one of my shows. Yeah. Blue's Clues was though. You know, and it's not like I'd sit down every week or every weekday whether they put it on, how regularly they do. But I would be like, if it was on, I'd probably sit down and watch it still. Yeah.
But that's one thing. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
If right now, as a joke, I'd be like, yeah, I'll watch it. But if it comes back on, first of all, I don't actually have like Sky or like I don't have like cable TV anymore. We got rid of it. We don't have it. We just have like Netflix and the internet.
Yeah.
But I'd probably catch the odd clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
And be like.
Just watch all the clips on the YouTube channel.
I would check my 6 and be like, is anyone around? No.
Yeah.
Boop. We just got it later. But sure, bring it back. Usually I'm against rebooting
TV shows.
Just anything, because I think it's a lack of originality. But Blue's Clues...
It's timeless.
But it's sort of just... It doesn't change anything by bringing it back. You're not removing the past of Blue. Yeah. You just sort of continue...
I mean, Blue's still the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, salt and pepper, they're still the same.
Yeah, exactly. You know. And fine, go ahead.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they did it in the old animation style.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Just keep it traditional.
That'd be neat,
I'd love that. Yeah. All right, let's move on to some of these more important issues on the hand.
Hey, no, Blue's Clues is important.
Let's start with the one that I think I would talk about less. Deadpool 2 is another trailer.
Yeah.
His balls are in your face. I'm getting way too loud. My mic is like going red a lot more. Sorry, up until this point. I only just noticed. His balls are in your face. Deadpool 2.
Am I excited?
Are you not excited? No.
Am I not excited?
Did you see the trailer?
I saw the trailer, yes.
Did you enjoy the trailer?
I enjoyed the trailer for the new things in the trailer.
Okay, right.
Like, Deadpool's still. Dopinder's still Dopinder.
That was quite fun. I
like that, you know. I'm all out of love.
Yeah. Stop the car. And then instead of opening the door, he just goes through the window. Like, that's cool. That's all fun.
And that's the type of comedy that I really liked in the first... in the first Deadpool. I mean, I liked all the comedy in the first Deadpool, don't get me wrong, but that's what I enjoyed more.
It's a little bit of that expectation. Like, you expect, he's just going to open the door like they usually do. And then it's like he just twists it slightly.
Yeah.
Like, that is the comedy I enjoy more. It's sort of a classic Monty Python era sort of comedy. Like, you know, you expect one thing and they do the other.
Yeah.
Compared to
a ridiculous extreme.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Compared to this balls are in your face.
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about with this, is it going to go too much into that kind of humor?
Yeah.
You know, if it does, I won't like the film as much. And if I thought the first one had a pretty good balance.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it was. I mean, you had your I forgot the guy's name, the bartender.
Oh yeah, T.J. Miller's character.
T.J. Miller, you had T.J. Miller doing T.J. Miller humor.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the kind of humor. And then you had like the funnier type of humor, or the stuff that I find funny. So it was a good balance for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If this, it's probably gonna lose a type of crowd one way or another. You know, it's probably gonna lean too much one way, and that's fine. I just hope for my sake it leans my way.
Leans your way. Yeah. No, I agree. And it's cool to see all those characters back. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. We get a better idea of how the New Zealand actor, who I always forget his name. We get a better idea of what his character is. He's not necessarily just teaming up. It looks like he is going to be...
It's almost like a Terminator situation.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Cable is almost, you know, come with me if you want to live, sort of...
They're probably going to make a couple of Terminator.
They're probably, yeah. Because he's cyborg.
Yeah.
It's sort of
coming from the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To get a kid.
Yeah, exactly. But no, cool. I'm
calling it now. He's going to make a joke comparing himself to Sarah Connor or something.
Yeah. Or he's going to joke about how the kid was annoying. Kid actors are annoying or something.
Yeah.
But no, Terry Crews is in it. They sort of straight up announced the X-Force team, which is what Deadpool has been associated with in the past, and it was all rumors in the last trailer.
Yeah.
But no, I'm cool. I'll see it. We'll have fun.
I'll see it too. Yeah.
It'll be cool. Let's. I want to talk about Fantastic Beasts last because I think you're going to go on a tangent. I could be wrong. We might go on it.
It's giving me a look as if to say, yeah, you're going to rant.
You're going to rant.
You fanboy, you.
Let's talk about our favorite thing, Avengers. Avengers Infinity War. Got a trailer. Yeah. And a cast list.
Yes.
Which made me go, there is a lot of people in this movie.
A lot.
First of all, the trailer. Yay. Who was narrating? I'm trying to think who narrated.
Venom.
Oh, no. It was...
Gamora.
Gamora. Yeah, Gamora started with the narration. Which is cool. I like. It makes it simpler because the thing about movies is the first Avengers, you're kind of with Steve Rogers on that journey, and like Bruce, you're taking the journey with them to figure out what is S.H.I.E.L.D., what is it, to learn new things, and that's sort of a writer's gateway. Instead of giving you exposition, with dialogue, you sort of take a journey with a character, and I think it's cool that with we know of Thanos enough, a little bit through Guardians, a little bit through his cameos.
We do, but they don't.
Yeah, and anything we don't know, we'll take it with Stark, we'll take it with Panther, we'll take it with Cap, we'll take that journey with them. Yeah. But even if we already know that stuff, we're almost in Gamora and Nebula's shoes or Loki's shoes.
And I like how she was like, ever since I've known him, he's wanted to wipe out half of every and it's cut to Stark, and it's like, what's his name again? And then you can just tell they're in the same room.
Yeah.
It's cool. And every single, like, that that Tony Stark's gonna meet up with the Guardians, and that Vision's gonna go to Wakanda or something like that.
Well, I didn't realize that
every single time you see it, you're like, oh, this is so cool. I've always wanted to see this.
That was something cool that I didn't sort of put together last time. Was that Cap was like, Tony was like, we have what they need. Yeah, that's our advantage. Yeah. Well, and he's coming to us. Yes. Which is cool, which I didn't think about. Yeah. I mean, and Doctor Strange has a stone, and Vision has a stone, and it almost looks like they've been separated.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I was going to mention this. In one of the last podcasts, I said I thought they split. It looked like they were split down into 3 groups. There was Cap and Wakanda. There was Stark and Strange and Wong and all that,
and Spider-Man in space,
and Bruce and Spider-Man doing like a time thing, and then there was the Guardians in space. It doesn't seem like that now. It seems like there's just 2 groups, and that's just the Wakanda group, which is almost everyone that we're familiar with, and then there's like the space group, which is just Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and the Guardians and Thor.
I think it'll be a bit of a mix between.
And it's going to be interesting to see how they gel.
I think it'll be an interesting mix of the sort of bit of both. I think it's a bit of a mix of, like, there's 2 groups initially, but they also split off in their own ways. Yeah. Like Thor and Rocket and Groot I think they're creating like a new hammer for Thor. And then obviously like Tony and Star-Lord and Drax and Mantis and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange are doing their thing. Whether it be...
They're on... What's that planet called? It's like New Delta or something.
New Girando. Do you know what that is? That's Japanese for New Zealand.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But no, so they're going off their way, and whether they're looking after the Eye of Agamotto, or whatever they're doing, they're going to protect it, or maybe I think there's a possibility they're going to look for the Collector. I don't know, because I don't know what point Thanos, I almost said Vanos again, Thanos has grabbed the gem from the Collector. Yeah. It's interesting to see which point.
Because we only know that he has 2 gems in the trailer.
Yes.
He has the blue one.
He's got the Tesseract because Loki gave it to him.
And he has the... obviously, Doctor Strange has the green one. Soul Stone's just no one knows where the soul... The Ether. He hasn't got the Ether, has he?
I'm trying to figure out which one Collector has. Because there's 2. There was the one in the orb. Yeah. And then there's the Ether.
Yeah.
He hasn't got
the purple one, doesn't he?
He's got the orb one.
Yeah. He's got the purple one.
Yeah.
From Guardians 1.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so he has the purple one and the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have the Soul Stone, the Ether, Vision Stone that was inside.
And the Eye of Agamotto. Yeah, so Doctor Strange has one, Vision has one. I'm guessing the Collector still has the Ether.
The Ether, yep. And the 4, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
Hawkeye's got it.
Yeah. His kid's got it. And then his little thing. Nick Fury's like, take it. Yeah.
But no, that's what's behind Nick Fury's eye patch. Just the Soul Stone.
Gotta keep one eye open. Like, but no, I think I'm so excited to.
What's the big one? Sorry. There's like 5 for like the Knuckles, and there's like the massive one in the center.
I think that's the one that we don't have.
Soul Stone.
I think that's I've never. It's changed. I think once in the comics. I think they've swapped them around, and then for the movies they've swapped it again.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly. No, I think it's just a new swap. I think it's just a third different swap.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but I think that's what's happened. But no, I'm so ready.
Yeah.
And by that I mean I've brought tickets. Like that's how ready I am.
We've got tickets already.
We do have tickets for opening day here in New Zealand.
25th of April.
Yeah, so I think the trailer was good as well. And with other movies, it's something you talk about. You say the trailer reveals too much.
Yeah.
But Marvel, I think
if this was any other movie, it would reveal too much. But because because we actually know quite a bit. We know what characters are where. I mean, obviously, Vision was going to get screwed in some way, obviously. So we know that. Doctor Strange, he's got that weird dude that's like giving him
needles.
We know that Thor gets
acupunctures.
Yeah, we know that Cap fights Thor, Thanos. Again.
Who's he versing? Yeah. Thor, Thanos?
Cap fights Thanos. Yeah. Thor fights Thanos. Iron Man fights Thanos. You know that Spider-Man's kind of hurt in some way. So that's a lot of information. And in any other movie, that would be super spoiler territory. But because there's so much going on, there's so many characters, you know, it's not spoiling anything really.
Yeah, I think as well, we don't know what part, we don't exactly know where exactly it stops.
Yeah.
Like how much of the trailer is the first half, second half of the movie, third half of the movie.
Yeah.
Like we don't exactly know what part is which.
Yeah.
And that happened with I remember the Age of Ultron trailer.
Yes.
There was sort of the opening scenes of that trailer I thought was the beginning of the movie, but it was them on, what the hell, Sokovia.
Yeah.
And them saving all the people. And I was like, oh, cool, they're doing a savior thing at the beginning of the movie. And that wasn't it at all. No. And I think this could be similar. Wakanda could be the end, or it could be
I think
middle.
Wakanda's... Oh, let's play a little game.
Okay.
Wakanda, beginning, middle, or end? I think beginning.
Really, straight off the bat?
Straight off the bat, just beginning.
I think I'm going second act. I'm going like Civil War. You know how you had the big airport fight? I think middle. And then we're going to have like a final conclusion somehow.
Yeah, I'm going beginning, not for any specific reason. I just think it's straight out of left field and... it would make sense in a nonsensical kind of way.
Okay, all right.
Doctor Strange getting acupuncture treatment. Beginning, middle, end act.
I think the end.
Do you think the end?
I think
that's the end as well.
I think that's going to be one of the final sort of like getting the Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah.
And then that confrontation, because that can reverse time, will lead to the fourth one somehow. Let's do one more.
Iron Man in the group, and he's coming to us, and Star-Lord's like, which I love this interaction, it's like, that's a great plan, but it's shit. If I do the plan, you know,
I think that could be the end as well.
I think that's the middle, like your Wakanda thing.
Oh, okay,
that's the middle.
So that's
I think
it's the third act.
I think it's gonna do a weird thing where it's massive battle, first the middle acts, and the last act is
a car chase.
It's not as heavy on the action, but it's heavier in character. It's setting up a big conclusion.
Possible deaths, maybe.
Deaths, you know, and the deaths come in not during big battles, but during one-on-one confrontation.
Cardiac arrest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tony's like, the shards are still there.
Yeah, crap. Bloody surgeons didn't get them all out.
No, that could be interesting. Real quick, let's talk about this cast list. Yeah. The obvious is out of the way. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Benedict Cumberbatch, Don Cheadle, Tom Holland, Chadwick Boseman, Paul Bettany, Elizabeth Olsen, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Tom Hiddleston. Let's get into some of these more interesting ones. Idris Elba is actually quite high on the cast list, which, again...
Could he have the Soul Stone?
It's possible. My thing with this, though, is contracts... There's a difference between screen time and contracts and where you end up on a cast list.
Yeah.
If you look at Age of Ultron, both Hayley Atwell... Peggy Carter and Idris Elba were both on the cast list, even though they had only the dream sequences, which was like 5 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
So
not even that; it was like 2.
Yeah, so it's again, contracts. You're in this many movies. Anthony Mackie had the same thing with Age of Ultron. He was in it for like 3 seconds, and with Ant-Man as well.
Yeah.
But those counted on his contract as appearing in films. Yep. And Captain America in the Dark World, when he was briefly, that didn't count. So I think it depends on what. But he could. I think the whole first part with him. I think it's definitely the first half. Heimdall will be in it.
Heimdall will be in
I think it'll be the Thor Ragnarok connections, whatever's going on with the ship and how they get captured.
Yeah.
Guardians,
Tony Stark, that kind of thing.
He could be a prisoner on Thanos'. Yeah, I think he's one of those people that Thanos might be a little bit more like, you're useful. Yeah. Because usually he'll just kill you.
You'll be in the half that survives.
Yeah, but no, I think because of Heimdall's ability to see.
Yes.
You know, I think that may be one of the things. Peter Dinklage.
Can he see without the Rainbow Bridge.
Like just walking around?
Oh no, shit! He can see. He's got eyes, but like you know how he's like every time we see him, like when like at the end of Thor 1, and he's like probing on Jane for Thor, and he's like standing on the Rainbow Bridge, and he's just looking out in the distance. Does he need the sword, and does he need like everything just to, or can he just like look around and know what you're doing?
I think it's like a point.
Yeah, that's
maybe maybe he needs a cliff to look over. Well, no, because he communicated with Thor in Ragnarok. I don't know if you saw this part, but there's a moment where he's on Asgard.
Yeah,
Heimdall's on Asgard, and Thor is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on the trash planet.
Yeah.
Trash planet.
Yeah.
And he sort of communicates with him.
Yeah.
I don't remember how that works. I need to rewatch it.
So maybe he can just do it.
I think he can, yeah. So I think that's possibly where he was going.
Just a magic trick, an ultimate magic trick.
I
know what you're thinking.
Yeah. Peter Dinklage. So I explained this to you before. Yeah. Peter Dinklage was rumored back in 2016 to be in it due to him talking to somebody, and then the rumors vanished, just gone.
Yeah.
And no one's really confirmed this, but on the poster, it just had his name. And nothing else. Like, no one said who he could be playing, which is awesome. I love Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
He's been previously in a Marvel movie, Fox's X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yes.
As Bolivar
Wow,
Trask.
would he be the first? Oh, no, Captain America.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow, catch up with this.
No, it just slips your mind, you know.
Yeah. No, but, I don't know who he could... there's a possibility he may be doing mocap and playing one of Thanos' villains, which sucks because I think him and Andy Serkis are those two actors that I'm always like, I want you in live action because that's just cool.
He is in live action. It's called Game of Thrones, man. Watch it.
I've never seen it.
Change your life. And we're back.
Seamless cut. Yeah. So
Peter Dinklage, change your life.
Change your life. Peter Dinklage is just an awesome actor, and I saw this movie not too long ago, Station Agent. It was one of those indie films he did.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of what his range is like. So I'm happy he's in it. We've seen Benedict Wong is definitely going to have a bit.
Yeah.
As Wong, I love that.
As Wong.
Wong. He's definitely going to have a bit of screen time. The Guardians. I'm interested to see how Mantis is evolved, because I think Mantis can
just give Thanos a therapy session.
Or I think she could really mess with him.
Yeah.
If she is able to get anywhere near him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because what she did to Ego.
Yeah.
In retrospect, was so helpful. So it'll be interesting to see how she works. Nebula, I am interested to see where she ends up lying with. The rest of the Guardians, I think, are really important. Pepper Potts, I think this film will definitely have a conclusion for Iron Man's side characters.
Yes.
Because Happy is. Happy. I think Happy's in it. If not, he's in the next one.
Okay. Well, 5 characters that are gonna die. I mean, I know everyone does this shit. Don't get me wrong, but I want 2 side characters. I want 1 semi-main superhero and 2 main superheroes.
Can I finish talking about the cast list first? No.
Now go ahead.
Okay, so Pepper Potts, Benicio del Toro is obviously back as a collector. Some of these actors have been confirmed, but were not on the poster.
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird. Some of them were on the poster physically, but their names weren't on the poster.
Well, that's a lot of names.
Denai as Okoye, which is one of Black Panther's assistants. Lolita Wright as Shuri, Panther's sister. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye was not on it at all. Again.
Poster or name.
Nope.
Talk about like a massive drop, eh? He's one of the original 6, and he's gone from...
I think there is something going on.
Oh, there is something going on.
Third act, like major spoiler with his... Apparently, according to the Russos, he's going on his own personal journey. I think it's true that he will be going...
He's just building a farm, another
farmhouse, yeah. With the stone inside it.
And the tractor.
Yeah, the tractor. And that tractor that Tony... Yeah. I think there's a whole thing with him. And I think possibly because Maria Hill, Kobe Smulders is back as well. Yeah. I think there's a whole... Maybe also with Nick Fury. Yeah. And I think it's them and it's with Nick Fury and it's somehow connected to Captain Marvel. Because Nick Fury's not in this, but he is going to be in that. And I think
Does Captain Marvel come between...
Yes, between 2 Avengers films.
Confirmed now, Captain Marvel has the Soul Stone.
I think that's
it.
I think that's what's going on though. I think the old Shield group, so Hawkeye and
they know
Maria
where the
Hill,
Soul Stone is.
I think they are trying to investigate whatever Shield shit they have left.
Yeah.
Because Ultron deleted a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to backtrack and figure out where all that stuff is.
Kind of makes sense if Ultron was interested in the stones.
If he knew about them.
Depending
on how much he knew about them.
Yeah.
Because it could have been possible that he wanted to destroy the whole planet.
Yeah.
He may thought that destroying those gems it would stop Thanos from coming when he ruled them.
Yeah.
You know? So it's completely possible. So I think there's different...
Yeah. Captain Marvel is the Soul Stone, I think.
But I think it's cool. I think that's why Hawkeye has got nothing at the moment, and Maria Hill has seen like no footage, because I think that's a third act sort of like...
my quiet third act.
Or like setting up...
Yeah.
Marvel
it
and
just turns into like a spy espionage film in the third act.
Car chase in the end.
Thanos in the tractor.
He's like, where is it? Yeah, you know how he crushes the Tesseract? Yeah. He's like trying to crush the tractor, trying to put it on this thing. Who else have we got? Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Yeah. I think he won't have much. I think it'll be very much either it's like...
He's going to be a throwaway character.
I think it'll be like, hey, you're out of prison.
Yeah.
See you in your sequel.
Congrats, yeah, bye.
Yeah, because I think it's that.
He can't be too heavily involved in it. I
think he gets out, if anything, and then if he shows up, it'll be very end, and it'll be vague, because we still haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp. We don't know what happens there.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, mentioned before, she's back. I think, again, that's connected to Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Whether there's Asgardians prisoners, whatever happens. They're definitely not killing her because... of all the rumors and love for her character. I think that'll be a bad move.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett is back as the mother of T'Challa.
Yeah.
That's just because of Wakanda. Peter's friend, Ned, is back, and I think that's just...
He's on the bus with me.
Yeah, I think he's on the bus.
He's on the bus.
And that's it. And obviously we've got the...
Yeah, a lot of these characters are probably like, it's just like one scene, but it's like, oh, yeah, this is Peter in his day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And then, boom, Thanos, and then...
But yeah, and obviously the Black Order is there as well. So let's go back to your...
Five.
Your five. So you want...
Deaths.
So how much... So
I want two characters, just two, like... So like a Pepper Potts or a Happy Hogan.
So like minor.
Yeah, minor.
Characters.
I want one... kind of main, one middle of the road superhero. So I mean, obviously it wouldn't be Wasp.
So like a middle superhero,
but it would be like a Falcon or like or like like Ant-Man or the Wasp. Even though they've got their own movie, you know.
So you want two main superheroes,
two main superheroes.
You want two minor characters that aren't superheroes,
yeah,
or just minor characters, and you want one minor superhero.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start from the bottom. Now we here.
We'll go absolutely bottom. So I mean. This is kind of the obvious choice. I mean, but Pepper Potts.
Yeah, we've spoken about this before.
We've spoken about this before. Pepper Potts is... I mean, it brings a nice conclusion to almost the open-ended romance that they had. It's another... This is the one thing... I mean, I'm an Iron Man fanboy all the way, don't get me wrong. But it seems like Iron Man, Tony Stark's story has been told best through other people's movies. You know, or movies that aren't
Avengers and Civil War.
Avengers, you know, Age of Ultron, Civil War.
Yeah.
You know, other people's movies, he's had the most character growth and in them. So
that's something I know. We'll talk about this later because I've rewatched the first two phases of the
even
MCU.
Homecoming.
But no, Tony's a dick in the first two Iron Mans.
Oh,
like, he's a major dick. And even in the third one as well, there's like those Iron Man films paint him as such an asshole at times.
And that's the magic of what I like about early Tony Stark is that he's a dick, but you still like him.
Yeah.
After Avengers, he's even a dick in the Avengers.
Yeah, he is.
You know, but after and those are his movies. Iron Man 3, you realize he's got like PTSD and stuff like that, so he's barely sleeping, he's barely coping. He's like wanting to plan for the future and stuff like that. Age of Ultron is about him. He got the vision from like Scarlet Witch or whatever it was, and he wanted to protect people from that, and he ended up effing up again, and it was like a redemption story for him almost. And then after that, Civil War, it was yet again. It was Civil War. It was him trying to.
He was almost shifting the priority, like he was almost putting it on the government.
It was almost it was like everyone's got to play a part, and it was very much it was almost like, I've been the guy who's had no accountability. and it's screwed up, and like Ultron and stuff like that. It's screwed up so many times. So we've got to put like restrictions in place and stuff like that. And then obviously Homecoming, it's almost like a weird becoming a father story or becoming a parental figure. But the thing is, the most character growth for him comes in stories that aren't his own. And so that's why I think, yet again, he's going to get another big burst of character development in this one through Pepper Potts' death. Maybe even Happy Hogan's death. He's not going to be my number 2, but Happy Hogan's death as well. You know?
I completely agree. And I think a lot of that Pepper Potts stuff has got to do with just the way... Yeah, she's been here from the start, and I think that's a cool... It's going to filmmaking again, but a good way to mess with your audience is to take out somebody who's been there from the beginning. But also, there's all these, like you said, the whole Iron Man's journey has almost been like, some of those pinnacle standpoints have been from those team up
films. Like, Cap's biggest moments are from the Cap movies. Thor's biggest moments are from the Thor movies.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But Iron Man's have been more from the team ups.
And that's why I get the feeling, and this is going to just sound like Iron Man fanboy, shit, and I guess to a degree it is, but this whole MCU journey, especially in the terms of the core Avengers, it's like Tony Stark's just evolution to being a good person, and it's just taking so much shit for him to get there. But and that's what I love about the MCU in general. I know this is kind of going off tangent, but that's what I took away from it. You know? There's people out there that think the MCU is just Cap's well-rounded story, you know? A story born of human nature, and how no matter how big the odds get, you just have to have strength and inner will to fight.
Absolutely.
You know? Or you could take it from Thor, you know? You can go many places with it. You know? That's what I took away from it, but you can do it anywhere. And that's what's so great over this 20-film span. Anyways,
I don't think there are 2 minor characters with no powers that are going to die, because there's a shit ton of superheroes in this movie.
Okay,
I don't know
fine.
who the second option is.
We'll go 1 minor character, 2 medium superheroes, and 2 big superheroes.
Okay, so I'm agreeing with you, Pepper Potts. One of my superheroes that I think would either be War Machine.
I'm going Black Widow.
I'm not saying it's War Machine, but being War Machine as in decapitated, or whatever he did to him. See, pigeons.
Pigeons.
It's really difficult for me to sort of pinpoint someone, because I'm trying to think about...
It's almost like a question mark to everyone's name, eh?
It is very much
like,
a question mark.
Die.
But also, I'm trying to think of how it's worked in the past. I think... let's major one. Chris Evans is either... He may not die, but he's gone. I think he's gone.
I think he's
not
gone
this
too.
one, but by the end of the Avengers stuff, he's gone.
Yep.
And that's just, I think... I saw a very interesting article on him about sort of anxiety and depression, how that works as an actor, and being someone who has already started to understand those sort of concepts. It's not just his character, but I think he's one of those actors that likes to keep building up and building up and building on.
Doing new stuff, new things.
Absolutely.
He's very much an indie actor.
And directing is something he's very interested in. So I think, and that's and I'm hoping they'll do it in a great way. But yeah, so major one is definitely Cap.
I'm going Cap, and I agree with you there. Cap is just,
I love Cap.
I love Cap too. I mean, if Iron Man's my favorite character, Cap is my second favorite character.
If Iron Man is my favorite character, Cap is my favorite character.
I love them all. And I just feel like this is the end, for Cap, and it feels natural. And that's the best thing you can say about a character when they die.
Absolutely,
it just feels natural.
I don't know why I'm in the same boat with you when it comes to Widow.
I said this in a previous podcast.
You talked about the film being a cop-out.
It's a smokescreen. It's an elaborate smokescreen to be like...
This is the solo Black Widow movie, by the way.
It's like, it's just why now of all times, obviously.
Yeah.
How can Black Widow have, like, without doing a dreaded prequel that everyone hates?
If it was going to go anywhere, it should have been after...
Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Yeah, after Winter Soldier... But like before Age of Ultron.
Because there was kind of like a happy moment there where it was almost like S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't great.
But
she could do her espionage.
Guess how many films were in between those two movies?
One,
and it was Guardians. Like, it would have been difficult to somehow make that narrative work. Yeah. Because that's 3 widows in a row.
Yeah.
And if they had somehow moved Ant-Man earlier, which it would have been initially because the director changed, that could have worked maybe, but again, like you said, it's very odd to go it's just huge.
Yeah.
And then go tiny again. Like, it doesn't necessarily make sense.
And not just tiny again, but tiny with a character that we've already seen before. If you go tiny again with Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's fine. It's the new Avengers.
But also, a new character you can go
tiny with Doctor Strange, it's fine. Or Spider-Man. These are the new Avengers that we assume are going to happen.
Yeah. Widow's been there since 2010. She's been there from 8 out of the 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the second introduced, introduced superhero. You know, it's funny to think like that. But yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
She's there before Cap.
She's been there before Thor, before Hawkeye.
Before Hawkeye. It was the first 3 were Iron Man, Hulk, and Black Widow.
And then they changed Hulk.
Yeah, and then they changed Hulk.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'm on that boat, and
she's been there the longest, apart from Downey Jr.
Yeah. Well, technically Sam Jackson was there in that.
Yeah.
But no, William Hurt kind of counts. Again, it's Widow's interesting. I don't know how Scarlett Johansson. She's the least public. Well, she's the one that seems to get the least amount of articles.
Avengers publicity.
Yeah, but and recently as well, she was not at the press tour for Civil War. She was here in New Zealand shooting Ghost in the Shell. But also just out of that, like you see a lot of Chris Evans and you see a lot of Downey and you see a lot of, like Mark Ruffalo just stirring the pot.
Yeah, they're just having fun with it.
And at the moment, it seems that Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Holland have sort of been Marvel's like. Yeah. You want an interview with a Marvel guy? You get these two. Or, and I think, and also Boseman and the Black Panther cast. So the rest of them have sort of, Scarlett Johansson I think is the most specific one that's sort of just been. Yeah. And Armageddon is coming up in about a week's time, and Jeremy Renner is actually is going to be there, and I went to contact them.
Ask him. No, do you have the Soul Stone?
No, that was a thing. He's doing no interviews. And it's very sort of like, it's almost like low key.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot to do with like.
He just wants to check out the stadium.
Yeah. But no, again, and you're under contract, and I've spoken about this before. I talked about this with Star Wars. Once you're under contract, it's very difficult to do a lot of stuff. Yeah. Just talking out of your league, and I think
because you can't stop the press from asking questions.
Exactly, and I think. And it could be because he's in this very heavy spoiler element of this film.
Yes.
But also, I just think it's them not getting the main media
attention.
It's almost like it might be another smokescreen. You get all these main characters in the main media, and you forget about the other ones, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Two main ones is Widow and for me, Widow and Cap are my two main ones to die, or to leave at least.
I was going to count Widow as a secondary.
How dare you?
No, I just I figured main as in people who had their own feature film. I mean, I get that she's part of the OG6, but she was always part of like team up films and stuff like that. No, so I just thought like the original 4 Avengers, Guardians, Spider-Man.
I disagree.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna give you.
You can see where I'm coming from.
I'm gonna give you 4 heroes. Then.
Okay, we'll just go 4 heroes.
4 heroes.
One background character.
A lot of time.
Yeah. One background character, which is Pepper Potts. 2 heroes, which are
just 4 heroes. Yeah.
So 2 of those were.
Do you think Loki's gonna have another cop out? I've rewatched the MCU. He died in.
Yeah, I think he's
Thor.
gonna get another cop.
He died in Thor: The Dark World. Yeah. Like, are we gonna get another Loki?
I think we do. Like, are there any Asgardians left?
Yeah, there's a whole boat full of them.
I know, but like main ones that we know.
Heimdall.
Thor,
I don't know where Sif is.
She did.
No, she's not.
Oh, she not?
She wasn't killed in Ragnarok. She last time was on.
Was she victim of the contract?
No, she was just shooting her TV show. Yeah. But she's been on Agents of Shield. She was in Dark World, and then she was on Agents of Shield afterwards. So she's obviously somewhere.
Yeah.
So a question mark for her. Valkyrie, kind of, because she is an Asgardian, but she wasn't on the planet. And whoever was in that boat.
Yeah.
Which is probably no one, because they probably blew it up.
Yeah. So like we gotta have at least one Asgardian around her. So I think Loki's just going to get another cop out, and he's going to finally rule Asgard. But Asgard's only going to be like 5 people.
One of them's Thor, and it's like, shit!
Shit. Popularity vote.
I'm trying to think if they want to kill a Guardian.
Oh, that's the funny thing. I was going to go with the Guardian, and I was going to go with one of the new people.
What, like Mantis or Mantis?
No, I don't think Mantis is going to die. I think it's going to be... I don't want to say Drax. It's not Drax.
What about Nebula?
I'm going to say Gamora.
Gamora. I was thinking Gamora, but I like Zoe Saldana.
I do too. I think Gamora. And if anything, it's going to be because it's shock treatment without taking out one of the Superman characters.
I like Gamora.
I do too.
I also it's a very easy connection.
It's very easy death to make. I know that sounds odd, but
Thanos and Gamora have had a past. There's obviously friction there. There's a conflict, and also we haven't seen them together before. We see her as a child as well in the trailer, so there's definitely a flashback of some sort. And it looks like the Chitauri killed her people.
Yes.
So their confrontation is without a doubt going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's possible.
And I'm going to go with my fourth and... are you going with Gamora as well?
No, I want to hear your last person.
No, go with your different Guardian.
Or
you're not going to pick a Guardian?
I don't know. That's the thing. I have a weird Chris Pratt feel.
Oh.
I don't know why I keep feeling he's going to...
Just trying to take out all the Chris's now,
huh? Yeah, all of mine are Chris's.
Yeah. Hemsworth, Evans and Pratt.
You're all gone. Yeah, they're all gone. No, well, I don't... I'm just not 100% sure of where Guardians 3 is heading.
Yes.
With this weird...
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I don't know where this is heading with Guardians 3. But also his narrative
has almost come to a conclusion.
Yeah. His narrative was sort of Guardians. He wanted to know his bit of a family, and he found out about his family. Now he's got a new family. If he dies, who knows? Yeah. I don't think it's Groot. I don't think Rocket.
No.
Even though
Drax is too obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, Drax is probably going to die, but he's too obvious for my pick.
Yeah, and Mantis, I think, has got a good future.
Yeah.
With her character and evolving as a character. I want to say Bucky because I just never swung with Bucky.
Oh, so are you going Bucky and
yeah, so I'm going Star-Lord. I'm going Star-Lord, Bucky as my Bucky.
So you're just taking out everyone from the Winter Soldier, really?
No, yeah. So my
because
mind,
in our minds, Hawkeye's already just gone.
No, I not yet. I'm going Widow, Cap, Bucky, Star-Lord as getting out of here.
Yeah, I'll go Cap.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Widow, I suppose. I'll go Gamora. And if you're taking out every... it's going to sound terrible. Don't kill me out there. Scarlet Witch. You gave me this look. Scarlet Witch.
I like Scarlet Witch. It's possible. I think
that...
Her relationship with Vision could lead to her death.
Yeah. I just think... I
love him. No, you don't.
Yeah. I think that they might do like a weird kind of switcheroo. I mean, it sounds really weird and really out there even for a Marvel property. But Vision loses the stone.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets her powers.
Okay.
I know that sounds super odd and super out there and just,
just absorbs her.
And it sounds so comic-like, Like, so comic-like, it's not funny. But Vision is the stone. Like, stone is what gave Vision
the suit
his
and him
life.
are one.
Yeah, quite literally. So it's not hard to think that when the stone goes, so does Vision. What fuels him, what gives him power.
Yeah.
Really, it's just over for him. So if he's dying, I don't see much of a future for Scarlet Witch. Should even if she's part of the new Avenger, should be a backup Avenger. She wouldn't be one of the main ones.
The Hawkeye of the Avengers.
The Hawkeye of the Avengers.
Well, they've got a friendship.
And so, or maybe he doesn't get her powers, but she uses her powers to heal him, but she dies in the process or something. I don't know.
She gets shot.
Some convoluted love thing, maybe.
She gets shot by Ultron. Didn't see that coming.
No, didn't.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
We're at like 50 minutes and we still haven't talked about Fantastic Beasts. Oh, yeah. Where to find them? Are they in the closet? Are they in your bathroom? Are they with Grindelwald?
Are they M's crimes?
Are they M's crimes? We got another trailer for.
It turns out his crime is just animal abuse.
Animal abuse, yeah, Animal Beast, yeah. So we got a new trailer for Fantastic Beasts, which is the sequel to Fantastic. I almost said Fantastic Four. Was the sequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Johan Griffith just turns up.
It took me a minute to figure out who you're talking about. Johan Griffith, yeah. Fantastic
Beasts. The sequel to Fantastic Beasts. It's number 2 of 5, I believe.
I'm going because there's not a lot of story, but J.K. Rowling is writing it, which is a bit more of me going, oh, that's cool.
I'm cool.
Who's back? We got Edith Redmayne's back as Newt Scamander. We have Tina's back. We have their bloody mind wiped friend.
Yeah, who's not got his mind wiped anymore apparently.
Jacob. We have Ezra Miller's back.
Yep.
As Credence. Jude Law is starring as Albus Dumbledore, which we talked about a few weeks ago. Johnny Depp is back as Grindelwald, which I'm still like,
Are you?
I wish I thought Colin.
I am bummed about
Colin
Firth. Farrell. I am bummed.
Oh, is this the wrong one? Also, I'm very excited for Zoe Kravitz. Yep. She's one of my favorite actresses out there. She's there as Lila Lestrange, and also Claudia Kim, who was in Age of Ultron as Helen Cho, is going to be in it, which is another one of those actresses where I'm like, good on you.
Yep.
Why are you upset about the trailer?
Newt Scamander.
What was wrong with?
I mean, I think I said this to you after I watched the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone who knows me knows that, you know, if I had to pick one fanboy kind of club to be part of, it would be Harry Potter, because just the books are so cool and anyways, in the books, I barely remember them correctly, don't get me wrong, but Newt Scamander was never a big thing in reference to the Grindelwald War. And the Grindelwald War and Dumbledore War and the whole thing wasn't really touched upon in the books, don't get me wrong. But Newt Scamander was just an author of, and he knew Dumbledore, I think that's established, and he knew Dumbledore, but he wrote a book that Harry reads, he reads the book within the book, essentially. And that's all Newt Scamander was.
Yeah.
From my recollection, I could be way off here, but from my recollection, he wasn't anything that stood out.
Yeah.
And what I hate, and I'm a big continuity person, is changing things that are already established. You know, and if Newt Scamander was a big thing of Dumbledore's past, then wouldn't he have been brought up in like number 6 or 7 or something like that? Anyways, but
you must hate Star Wars.
The
amount of times that's happened.
I'm not as big on Star Wars as I am on
Harry Potter.
All right. But anyways,
let's not talk about Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's that aspect of it aside. And the second part of it, and the bigger problem I have with it is just I didn't connect with Newt Scamander in the first movie.
What about his little cute little beast?
Oh, I loved his, and I did like the character.
There was that rhino on the ice, or whatever was going on. He was like,
I like that, and I really do like it. It's a really fun and enjoyable movie, and it harkens back almost to the first few Harry Potters, where it's about the magic of magic.
Yeah.
But I just didn't quite connect with him, I was just like, he's not quite someone that I would be interested in watching 5 movies be about.
Okay.
You know, and if he's, and I'll still watch him because yet again, Harry Potter, big Harry Potter fanboy here.
Hello.
But hi. Yeah, it's just, I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna love it. But at this point in time, it's done the one thing that coming out of the first one, I said I hope they didn't do.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of grinds my gears, but I'll probably end up loving it, knowing me. So. Yeah.
No, that's very valid, and I think. I agree in some way that I didn't really connect with Newt, but I don't have this sort of...
you're not as big on Harry Potter as I was.
But I don't think the movie will be completely based around him. I think it's very possible that it'll be a buddy cop with Elvis Presley. He's gonna team up with Elvis Presley.
I was hoping for, but like in the trailer, Elvis was like, he quite literally said, I can't fight Grindelwald right now. You're gonna have to do it for me, essentially. And that's what kind of had me a bit on edge about the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think it could be possible we're getting another split of characters. I think that the friends of his from the first one will go off, do their thing. They may run into Lestrange.
Zoe Kravitz.
Or they could run into Ezra Miller's character. You know, I don't know.
Because he's back, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what sort of things... I think it is that sort of split... together, then they split, then they're back. So I think it is that sort of idea, and I don't know whether in the middle he'll be with if Newt will be with Elvis Dumbledore.
Yeah, Elvis Dumbledore.
Elvis Dumbledore.
Oh, just by the way, it's great to see Hogwarts again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can't lie.
Yeah, and it's cool to see that part of the world again. Because I remember when we saw Deathly Hallows. I got a bit teary. I was like, "Oh, Hogwarts, the castle." But fuck Harry. But the castle.
The castle, yeah. Harry can die. I don't give a shit. But the castle.
Come on, Tom. Let's do this how we fit. I don't know why I don't line.
Together.
No, it's cool to see Hogwarts again and that part of the world.
Yeah.
In Star Wars with the Force Awakens and JJ we trust and JK we trust. I have trust in Rowling that she will.
You know who JK doesn't trust and does trust in? Johnny Depp. Nice segue there.
Oi!
Oh. Are you alright with Johnny Depp?
I'm okay with it, but
I like the look.
I love the look. I
wasn't quite backing the reveal look in the first Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
It was a bit like it was almost a bit Mad Hatterish. With the blonde hair and the weird eyes.
Like he had the moustache, and I felt I was just gonna twist it.
Yeah. But
I'm the bad guy.
This is like Sirius Black after he escaped Azkaban.
Yeah.
It's like it's long, dirty hair. It's all messy, and the beard, and what I like is that they've kept the eyes. His eyes are slightly different, which I think's neat, and because of his overall look, it doesn't look as strange.
No, yeah.
He looks like he could be a threatening dark wizard now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not Bond villain. He doesn't look like a Bond villain anymore.
Yeah, that's right. 80s Bond villain. Yeah. No, and I agree. And I think the reveal in this trailer sort of straight up that he looked like that. I was like, okay, this is a better thought.
It's just a shot
of course, my general Johnny Depp issue is the Jack Sparrow syndrome.
I think that's less his fault and more how he's been typecast.
Yes.
So if you watch his early stuff,
and also,
like What's Eating Gilbert Grape, even...
an exception that proves the rules is Black Mass from 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Transcendence was a bit of a mess, but he wasn't. He didn't act. He didn't do the Jack Sparrow thing.
I guess my thing is those movies aren't absurd.
Yeah.
Like it's not Lone Ranger. It's not Pirates. It's not Alice in Wonderland.
And what's the other one I was going to say? From Hell. It's a movie that he does in 2002.
Yeah.
But he's pretty much he's a detective that tries to catch the Zodiac Killer.
I guess my thing is those films aren't.
No, not the Zodiac Killer. Sorry.
Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper. That's the one.
So, but those films aren't like.
You can't
wacky.
Yeah, but that's why I don't think you can be wacky in this one.
Right. Yeah.
I just think, I just don't think you can because it's just the levity. It's not less about the tone because Fantastic Beasts can be silly and wacky.
Did you say Fantastic Sheep?
I stumbled on Beasts.
Okay.
It can be wacky like the first one, but the levity of the situation. I think if he did the Jack Sparrow thing on set. He'd probably just go growled at or shout at or something, especially with probably JK there,
Eat slugs.
Yeah. So I think we're fine in that.
Imagine if he invented that spell. let's
just a big battle between Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
Eat slugs. Dumbledore's having like a giggle when he saw Ron. Like he was like, I fell for that. Let's move on to our topic for today. We're an hour in. This is going to be either really long or we're going to make this super short. Annihilation is the latest film.
I think it's just going to be a bunch of question marks.
It is. Annihilation is the latest film by director Alex Garland, who directed Ex Machina, and according to Carl Urban...
And it's the latest film that I watched.
Yes.
Because I watched it last night.
According to Carl Urban, Alex was the writer of Dredd, but had more to do with directing as well. So he kind of low-key directed Dredd, which is awesome because I love Dredd.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite films.
Yeah, Annihilation is this film about this sort of shimmer, they called it.
They called it the shimmer. It's it came from a meteorite that hit a lighthouse. In terms of the movie a few years ago, and it's been expanding almost ever since.
But slowly, which is an interesting thing. This is based on.
It didn't swallow a city.
No, this is based on a novel by Jeff Vandermeer. I've never read the novel. I might go and read the novel because what I like is when I see a movie that's based off a book, you then go read the book and you get heaps more out of it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So it follows a group of military scientists who enter the shimmer, and the reason they go in there... Spoilers, by the way. We're just going to
we're going deep into spoiler territory. Natalie Portman is a teacher.
Give me a second. Annihilation is on Netflix now, so if you do want to check it out, go ahead. It's a great movie.
It's like I just spoiled one key fact from the film, like Natalie Portman's a teacher, and they're like, God damn it, you ruined it.
Yeah. So it's on Netflix now, so pause this if you want to hear us talk about it. Go and watch it, come back.
Yeah.
Yes, but so... Firstly, it stars Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Gina Rodriguez, Tessa Thompson, and Oscar Isaacs. Benedict Wong also pops up as well.
Quite literally pops up.
Like, yeah, he does. Yeah. It's sort of, he must have had one day of shooting.
Anyways, Natalie Portman's a teacher, and her husband, Oscar Isaac, is a military dude.
But she was formerly in the military as well.
She was formerly in the military for 7 years herself. It's how she met her husband. He disappears pretty much, and the presumption's KIA. Anyway, one day he turns up out of the blue, after a year, and he's acting all weird and kind of stuff. And anyways, feds or something come along, and she's pretty much essentially kidnapped.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
She's taken to this facility, and she finds out that this is the shimmer's happened, and it's been kept under wraps. And so, anyway, her husband's dying, and like the answer is almost inside the shimmer.
Yes, it is.
So that's the reason why she goes in. And then from there, you pretty much lose all sense of what's happening and how to understand it.
Yeah, you do. So what we learn, what we get to know a little bit is about, Lena's a biologist and a former military person. So when she gets kidnapped, she's eventually let out because they realize she has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Which is also the same for the audience. We have no idea what's going on.
And by the end of it, you still
have no idea. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It's not that we don't know.
I think it's one of those films that if they explain everything for you, it would be a shit film.
It would, and I'm trying to think how the best way to this. There's so many layers to this film.
Yeah, do you want to explain what we do now?
What we do actually, I just explained. Yeah. Dad, we're talking this with my dad earlier, and it shows you or visualizes information that if you pick it up, you understand a different part of the film, and it's a very smart way.
It's the type of thing that you would totally get if wannabe detectives. If detectives sit down and want to be detectives, put the movie on, and that's how you just separate the class.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the ones who get it, they're going to be detectives. The ones that don't, they can go get another job somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, and it's a
great
great
to say we would not make good detectives.
No, we would not. It's a great narrative piece, and I think the way it's been executed allows for...
I was thinking about it. Let's go.
As a screenwriter and as a director, treating your audiences as an intelligent individual is a really great way to treat your movie experience because, funnily enough, here's a fun fact. This was produced by Paramount Pictures.
Yes.
It was initially had a theater release.
Oh, wow.
It was not put in theaters because the executives at Paramount thought it would be too complicated for an average audience.
And they're right.
They are right, but they stopped it from getting a theater release because they think people are stupid. Which sucks because this is one of those movies that I think is just...
It could have gone somewhere.
It's thought-provoking. It is well performed. It's great visuals. It's awesome directing, and it's really the scale is awesome. And I think I would have loved to have seen this on the big screen.
Yep.
I'm going to go to China because it's getting a China release.
China release.
It feels underrated on the small screen, but yeah.
I mean, I've talked about this. I've mentioned it before. I think tone
you're a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, I think tone and substance and what's left unsaid brings a lot to the film.
Absolutely.
This movie's tone and the tension that is consistently there is just it makes the movie just beautiful. In a weird sort of way.
Absolutely.
You're not on tension because you think something's going to jump out at them, you know? Although there is a couple points in the movie where you do think that. It's because you don't understand what the hell is going on.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no foothold of comfort, like, this is a fact, I know this.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even know her full past.
No.
You know, you don't know, so it just, and the visuals and everything and the tone... It puts you on edge.
It does, yeah. And you get inklings of her past through the film as you sort of learn ideas around Lena, Natalie Portman's character. And it's very like, and the way these people have been written in the film as it's one of the most realistic
portrayals of a human I've seen.
You know, and the way they work with and against each other, the sort of execution of how someone's life works, you know, and how... So these people, the people that go into this mist, what is it called?
Yeah, the shimmer.
They were chosen by Dr. Ventress, Jennifer Jason Leigh's character, they were chosen due to their sort of issues.
Yeah, you get the feeling that
lack of issues at home, but you see Oscar Isaac and Natalie Portman, and they look like a perfect love.
Okay, we're heading really into spoiler territory here. So even if you're an idiot enough to stay and you want to watch it, leave now.
Yeah.
First, I mean, as you're saying.
So they're like a couple, but
and they're happy.
Yeah, but as the film goes on,
she's having an affair.
Yeah, while he wasn't there.
Yeah. I mean, while he was there. Didn't you pick up on it?
No, because he had gone.
No, while he was there.
What?
Yeah, because there's the whole sequence where he's like, he knows about us, doesn't he? And she's like, yeah, he knows about us. Get changed and get out, essentially.
Because he's been to war and back.
To war, I think it's not just the end, but it's a continual affair. It's not just...
No, I know, but like that was after he'd gone to the shimmer.
No, I think it's before he left.
You are messing with my head.
No, I think it's before he left because it's just it's what I got away from it. Anyways, she was having an affair the whole time.
You're wrong.
But anyway, you turn out she's having an affair, and another one in the group is self-harms.
Tessa Thompson's character, yeah.
Self-harms. Another one
Josie.
is sober. I mean, it's obviously alcohol problems. One has cancer, and the other one lost a daughter to cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have Gina Rodriguez's character as the sober one.
Yep.
You've got Shepard Tuva's character, who is the one who lost her daughter, and Dr. Ventress, who was before this sort of event of the film, she was sending people out. She's dying, and now she's decided to go in because she wants to know the answer.
The wonder about the film is that, like, it gives you little bits of information, well, not even little bits of information, but little things that they say that you think mean more.
Yeah.
And overall, because we get flashbacks to Natalie Portman's past, you find out about the affair, you find about how happy she was with Oscar Isaac, and then right before Shepard dies, yet again spoiler territory, we did warn you, she's talking to Ventress's character, and she's like, why did you select me for this mission? And knowing about Cahan, which is her husband, Oscar Isaac's character, about his past, why'd you let me in here? And anyway, they start talking, and she said something about wanting to hurt her husband or something like that, or something like that. And she said, Venture's character said, "I'm a psychologist. You want the psychologist to answer?" She said, "We find ways to self-destruct our own lives." And she said, "Be it this, be it that," and then she said, "Be it a happy marriage." You know, and she's like, "You're the biologist. Figure out it's programmed into us that we're built to self-destruct and ruin things that are good for us."
And what she added, that term she used is also, no one ever commits suicide. They self-destruct. Which is a very...
She said that. She said,
yeah,
almost no one commits suicide. Yeah. Everyone self-destructs.
Which is a very... It's a really accurate but fascinating idea to play with. Just a change of vocab to sort of describe that sort of thing is an incredible way to sort of
shine a new light on it.
Exactly. And I think what Natalie Portman's character sort of got from that was more or less how she was, because she's still discovering why her husband went. She's figuring out what was going on, and it should have helped ground. That's right, because she was asked, why did my husband go on a suicide mission? That's what led into that conversation. Yeah, why did my husband go on a suicide mission? Yeah, and then she wants to go in. She wants to find out what it is, because she's a biologist. She knows, and from then on,
she wants to help her husband, even though she had an affair with another guy. She wanted to.
Yeah, but she wasn't happy about the affair. But from that, she's a biologist. She knows there's something like chemically going on with your genes, and that's a very huge important part of this film, is that the sort of and I'm not using scientific terms here, but
I can't tell if you're using them right or wrong myself
either, but the sort of the molecules and all the inside elements of everything, plants, animals, humans.
Are we what we think makes us special? Are we just a product of some biological flaw? Because she said to her husband, you say that we age. You think we're age. But that's actually a flaw with our biology.
That is my favorite bit of dialogue.
Yeah,
I think
it's a flaw with our biology.
We are the only species that do that.
Yeah,
that sort of wrinkle up and look older. Yeah,
yeah, or something like that. And it's a flaw with, or I think she said every living thing, or just humans or animals. I can't remember. But
it's a flaw.
It's a flaw in our innate biology.
Yeah.
Otherwise, theoretically, we could live forever because that's just how genes and germs and microbes and stuff like that work.
Because Cahan said he was going on lines of like, it's perfect. Yeah, he was talking about things being perfect. And then Lena was
like me.
Yeah. And Lena was like, nah. And again, that scene is great with the dialogue and how it's structured. And it's so important, I think, those minor moments that really, that initially they work in the context of that scene.
Yeah.
That was what they were talking about. But later on,
you
realize how important that but a small bit of dialogue will be. And even if you miss it, it doesn't mean you'll lose touch with where the film's going.
No.
It adds, little bits like that add to how you interpret the film and what it means for you getting to the conclusion of this film. And I'm really excited to watch this again, actually.
I'm going to give it a week or two, then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, because you have to sit with the film for a little bit. And some of the most important parts of this film, I think, were the moments that seemed so natural, but were so unnatural.
Yes.
So it seems natural the way films are executed, but what you're witnessing is something so unnatural. There's a really cool bit that my dad pointed out between Gina Rodriguez's character and Tessa Thompson's character. So Gina Rodriguez was the sort of tomboy sort of
butch kind.
Yeah,
I don't want to say butch, but yeah.
Yeah, but military. She could tell she was.
Yeah, she was Michelle Rodriguez.
Or yeah, pretty much. Which is it's funny because they're not related.
Yeah,
but she had that same vibe.
It's the name. It's in the name.
It's the Rodriguez. The
Rodriguez.
And Tessa Thompson was this.
The shy, bookish.
She'd been cutting herself, and their personalities because of how the. What's the word? Shimmer works. I keep on saying mist. How the shimmer works. Their personalities.
It's a different film.
Yeah, I know. Their personalities evolved and then changed. They took each other's personalities. So Gina Rodriguez is real butch and tough. But by the end, before her death, she was terrified. She was scared. She had no idea what was going on. Tessa Thompson was shy and scared. And then by the end of the film, she was at peace.
Acceptance.
She had
peace. She understood.
She was wearing long sleeves throughout the whole film.
She turned into a tree.
She did turn into a tree.
She turned into a tree person.
She evolved into a tree. But no, she was wearing long sleeves throughout the whole film. In those last scenes, she was wearing a singlet, and you could see the scars on her arm, and she was just at peace with herself. And what you learn throughout the film is how there are different plants that are. There's one sort of root, but different flowers would grow, and that's your first introduction to the changes. It's like one stalk,
the mutation,
different flowers, and that's the mutated thing. You then come across this crocodile, that's emerged. I don't know. Remember what it was?
I can't remember exactly what it was. She said saying she opened her mouth once it was
shark.
Yeah, or
shark teeth.
Like that.
Yeah. So it had been merged like that. It was a water creature being merged. There was trees that looked like humans, and we later learned that they were. But she turned into a tree.
Well, she turned into a tree, but
they weren't. No, you're right. Yes,
that's the point. The whole point. Sorry, I don't want to.
It sort of copied the skeleton of a human, but grew into a tree.
Because that's the thing. That the science kicker, so to speak, behind it is that the shimmer, they couldn't get rid of communication out because it's scrambled. And a scrambled is still a signal. It's just you can't define it. It's all bouncing off things and stuff like that. That's what a scrambled signal is, if what the movie said is correct. The shimmer does the same thing, but with biology.
Yeah.
So animals, plants, humans, everything, flowers, trees, it's still there.
Yeah.
But it's bouncing off each other. It's static. It's erratic. So you essentially, once you hop into the shimmer, the shimmer, you're not just a human with human DNA. You've got a plant DNA. You've got animal DNA. It's not because you're turning into a plant or you're turning into an animal. It's that the shimmer is...
You're mutating with it.
It's like chucking everything into a pot.
Yeah, but your body's still finding a way to mold them together. Your body's still doing what
it's
you
not like you're
generally
dying.
No, it's just
you're evolving.
Yeah, it's learning to grabbing those different types of X's and O's and just trying to merge them and seeing what comes out.
Because you're right with that tree, because these tree people, so to speak, they don't move, they don't talk, but it's like flowers and plants and trees that, because of the shimmer and the information they've got on a biological level, have grown in the structure of a human.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. The plant has followed the structure of a human because she's holding a leaf. Lena's holding a leaf. And, I forgot her name, obviously. Tessa Thompson's character. But she's like, that leaf that you hold holds like a hex gene or whatever it's called. And the hex gene or the hox gene, that's right. It's pretty much, I don't know, I can't remember quickly, it's like almost a coding for the structure of the human body.
Yes, yeah.
You know? And that's what the plants took because of the shimmer. It bounced it and everything, you know? I mean, and that's the magical thing about the film. It's got a little bit of science. No, it's got a lot of science.
Yeah, it's got a lot of science.
It's got a lot of human growth, character development, and it's got a lot of, it's even got like an extraterrestrial element at the end of it.
It does, yeah.
You know, but it's not in heavy doses. It's like a little bit here, a little bit there, and you're like, does this mean that's connected to that? Did Lena cheat because it's structurally programmed into us?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know? Would Lena be a different person now because she's been into the shimmer? Because the shimmer will change her on a biological level.
Yeah, exactly. And I argue that whatever goes in will never come out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of the characters that went in. The only two that came out was Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac, Lena and Cahan. And Benedict Wong's character is the sort of science that's now studying the shimmer, and she's like asking Lena all these questions.
Yeah.
And he's looking in the wrong direction. Like he's treating it like an extraterrestrial. What did it want? Is it trying to kill us?
Yeah.
Is it this? And the answers are no.
What's the threat? How do we act?
Exactly. Yeah. But the answers to that question, there are no answers because that's not the right question you should be asking.
Yeah.
And what Lena is sort of saying back is that that's not what it's doing. It's just arrived here and it's trying to understand. And it's like you said, it's scrambling the information it's getting and sort of developing a different. Like it's sort of just it's taking things in one ear and hitting it out the other in a weird way. It's just sort of processing it in a different way. And what we learn as well is that it tries to replicate. When you get to like the center, it like replicates you.
Yeah.
And
because it seems like it's the core of the entity.
Yeah, to replicate. And you think initially it's there. It's going to try and
take your life, do a switcheroo.
Yeah, do a switcheroo and take over your life and leave.
Yeah.
But it's just it's learning, it's evolving, and it just if you saw this thing create you, you would just go ham on it. You would go destroy. You would try and get rid of it. So it does the same.
Yeah.
It does fight or flight. It just mirrors you. It tries to do what you are doing to it, which is kill it. And it's such a fascinating.
I'm sorry, just that. Oh, sorry, it was just my mind. I got mesmerized.
You were dreaming.
That scene where she like finds it and it comes out of Ventress. You know, the entity or whatever it is, like the lights, and then it becomes a thing. Yeah. That scene is just so mesmerizing.
It is, yeah,
the visuals are just incredible.
Yeah, and I think I have a feeling that those lights were the mists. Was that? I think they took that idea of exploding from the explosion of Oscar Isaac.
Yeah,
I think they replicated that light, like, this is how someone should die.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so little things like that just get copied over and replicated. There's a very interesting character.
It's kind of just to compare it to something in terms of how you're gonna walk out of this. It's gonna be the Prestige.
Yeah.
In the sense where you're not gonna know what's happened. Yeah. Not on the first sitting, most definitely not.
No.
And I mean in the first sitting in the sense that you just walked in blind. You know, you didn't watch or read anything or hell even listen to this.
Yeah.
But you're going to come out, you're going to be confused, but it's not like in the Prestige in a weird sort of way, and because you're going to take what you will away from it. I just had a thought. It's almost like an incomplete, connect the dots. Mm-hmm. Connect the dots, 1, 2, 3. If you take away the numbers from the connect the dots, you didn't tell which one came first, which one came last, you could make any shape. You could make any connection, anything you want. I think that film's kind of like that. Yeah,
it is. It's very much like that. And this whole story is one of those stories that, as a film, it works, but it forgets about the stereotypes of is this film good or bad. It is a narrative that has been executed well. Yep. It's a narrative that has a very detailed depth to it. But what you take out of it is never going to be what the creators put into it.
It's not the question. The question isn't is it a good or a bad film. Is the film for you or not?
It's not even that. I think there's no...
That's kind of what I took away from the film.
There's no question or answer for this film.
Not took away from the film.
Yeah.
But, like, you know how a lot of critics are like, good film, it's a bad film.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
I just think, it's the type of film that, in a way, you can't quite critique or anything because it's very artsy, you know? And it's the only things you could fold it for, like bad performances and really shitty CGI kind of thing. It's got great performances and the CGI is really good. And once you take away from that, I don't think you can critique it on a critical basis. I think all you can make a fair assessment or judgment of is the film for you. That's it.
Absolutely.
Like, is it something that you're truly not understand, but truly get into and take something away from, or is it just like, oh my god, I do not understand a thing. Next movie kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's worth a watch. I think if you're ever interested in sort of just questioning life. Yeah, and people and emotions and how we're programmed and what makes us. Check out this film. It's very fascinating. It's really well performed, well directed, well shot, well edited. It's great acting. Like there's like the basics of a film. Editing is sort of like the main story. Yeah. How to make a story. The shooting. All those things are great. Yeah, and it makes it so. It makes it 10 times better because you just need to listen and focus on the story. Yes. Because the acting is convincing. It is important. The directing is well done and is awesome. The visuals are beautiful. And then all you've got left is the story. Yeah. The story's good. Yeah. And it's just about how you interpret it. Yep. So good.
I mean, obviously there will be people that interpret it the same way, but you go to the person next to you, more than likely they interpreted it differently.
Absolutely. Yeah. There'll be things you interpret the same and things you interpret differently, just like how the Shimmer interpreted everything it saw.
Oh, nice. I see what you did there. Nice. I like it.
Interpreted it differently and gave us a different sort of entity in the end.
Yeah. And,
What would you rate it? My couch? The TV?
I would give it a mutation. It would just be a mutation of everything you own.
Everything I own. A mutation. Yeah. Yeah. I'm giving it a Professor X. Because he's a mutant.
Nice. And X means 10.
Yeah. No. My usual rating system when I go see a movie is basic, straight up. Would I watch it again? Yep. If I woke up in a cinema, or in this case, on my shitty couch, and it was playing, would I sit and watch? Without a doubt, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It is just really fascinating. It's enjoyable, and I recommend it.
Yep. Go watch it.
Go and watch it. Welcome back, those who didn't want to listen to Annihilation. Yeah. If I did this right, there'll be a time code, and if not, it's just really random, and I just told you all welcome back. Yep. What did you miss when we weren't? What did we watch when you weren't listening? You watched nothing.
I watched nothing.
You've been very busy.
Been very busy these past couple of weeks.
I was invited last week with a bunch of new guys from my uni to go see Tomb Raider. Quick thoughts from Tomb Raider. It is one of the more satisfying video game adaptations. And if you know anything about video game adaptations, you know that's not very good.
Ain't the best record.
They do not have a good track record.
It'd be very easy to take first place.
Tomb Raider felt a little long, but there was moments of fun. Still, that's my review of Tomb Raider.
Nice, I like it.
What have the other thing I've watched is like I said before, I have been trying to watch the MCU films before Infinity War. Yep. I've almost finished Phase 2. I haven't watched Guardians and Ant-Man. I decided to switch around Age of Ultron and Guardians. Yeah. That's where my comment before came about Tony Stark. He's a dick, and like all through Iron Man, he's just a dick. Yeah. What I do like though,
he's the dick you aspire to be.
And rewatching these, you really, really understand and notice the interwoven ideas. Yeah. Like the Stones. The Stones were there pretty much from Cap, from like Thor, from very early on. Those Stones are there. Iron Man's referencing little things like Nick Fury and Hulk is referencing Captain America with the serum. Yeah. Iron Man 2 more with S.H.I.E.L.D. Yes. You know, Thor is referencing just Asgard and the Stones and the Nine Realms. Cap references, the Tesseract's there. Yes. You get early ideas of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. Avengers merges all that together. And it's just that interwoven that really makes me admire and respect Kevin Feige and the rest of the team over at Marvel from day one, and how they really just had this idea.
Yeah.
And if I would argue with some comic book fans that the MCU is one of the most definitive and well executed versions of those characters. So like in the comics, you get different sort of runs of these characters and these teams. And this is one of the best ones because of just how well they were able to...
It's actually a universe. Did you notice it?
Yes.
It's like a Marvel universe. Because obviously in the comics, you go to alternate universe and stuff. It's comics. You can't avoid it. But it's actually got its own universe number.
Yeah, it does.
It's like Marvel universe, like 616 or something.
A lot of them do, yeah. And I think it's really well executed.
It's really cool because it means like these are kind of in parallel with all the comics.
Yeah.
Which really probably just makes some comic book readers really, really happy.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And there's
not an adaptation of it. It is it.
Yeah. It's just a different universe.
Yeah. And it's just a different way of presenting it.
It is. And it's cool. And I love none of the films disappoint me. Hulk is the only one that I have the most amount of
contempt with.
Yeah, I'm not sort of like imagining my ideas around it. Like the CGI.
There's the highest chance of you getting up and walking off when you first wake up.
Yeah. But no, it's feeling slightly dated. The visuals are feeling slightly dated. It's just not as coherent as the rest of them have ended up being. But it's still enjoyable. I still really enjoy it. All the actors are great. Directing is great. There are always gripes with different films, but that's all up to an individual's interpretation.
Yep.
But no, the MCU is fun. I'm going to be so burned out by the time Infinity War come to it.
I've reached max hype. You know, I've reached max hype, and I'm not like I'm still really excited for it, but I'm kind of like, what else could excite me at this point?
I don't know. What if they come to your house?
Yeah, that would excite me.
That would excite me. Yeah. Just have all of them.
Have all the places.
It's like 30 people at your house. You're like, whoa.
Shit.
Do you want some coffee? What do you do with them?
But yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it is pretty much it.
Would you go?
Although I'd feel really bad and really like poor when like 30 different millionaires pop into my house. I'd be like, oh shit. No.
My house looks like shit. Would you? I would buy tickets for all of us to go see the Spice Girls movie.
Yeah.
I would
buy out of theater.
I would take Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson
and Robert Downey Jr. and stuff like that. Yeah.
To go see the Spice Girls movie because we can bond over it.
Yeah. We'll all go dressed as different Spice Girls. Different eras of the Spice Girls.
We split each other into like 5 groups, and we all have to do like a different era.
Yeah. My God.
Oh man, which Avenger would be which Spice? No, let's not do that.
No, we've got to.
No.
Scary Spice would be the Hulk.
Yeah. Baby Spice would
Posh
be Groot.
Spice would be Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
Baby Spice would be Baby Groot.
Groot, yeah. Ginger Spice would be Black Widow or Scarlet Witch.
No, which Black Widow is the one with the really red hair? Pepper Potts, sorry.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? What the hell? And
the other one. Victoria Beckham.
No, that's Posh Spice.
Oh shit. Sporty Spice.
Sporty Spice would probably be Cap.
We're done. There we go. Recasted the Spice Girls.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Sir Brady podcast. What have I done?
What have you done?
YouTube. There was a music. I did Ray Charles. I sung I Got a Woman.
Yeah.
I also did a Conversations with Myself this week where I talked about why I'm not posting as often.
Yep.
Do you want to know the answer?
Because you're busy.
Because I'm busy.
Yes.
It takes a while to do these things. You can find us on Facebook. Sir Brady's on Facebook. I'm working on advancing the podcast and the Sir Brady into like more of a website to look more professional.
Yeah.
So there'll be more information there. There'll be updates on what we do here and what we're getting up to.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll get a Twitter one day, won't you?
Yes, I will.
You can find me on Twitter. Otherwise, you can just try and cyberstalk Cahan.
Don't.
No, don't do that.
Don't.
Don't do that. You can...
Matt, don't.
Yeah, Matt, don't do that. Email us at the Sir Brady Podcast at gmail.com if you want to...
That's an actual thing?
Yeah, that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, email us at
Sir Brady Podcast at gmail.com. You can also comment on the YouTube. And once I get this podcast properly on some sort of format, like SoundCloud, you can comment down there as well. Yep. But until then, let us know what you thought about this episode, about us in general, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear.
Give us a list of what you don't want to hear, and we'll talk about it.
All of them, yeah. We'll read off the list and talk about each of those things.
And the things you want to hear.
Yeah.
We'll actually do it, so comment.
Yeah. We know you listen. Thank you, Cahan, for coming back.
The way you said that made me feel sad. I know you listen, and then you look questioningly at the computer, like, do you listen?
Do you listen? Thank you.
Oh no, I'm glad to be here.
Oh no, oh no, I'm good to be here. We will see you guys in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah. This has been the most vague.
Oh yeah.
Episode ever.
Yeah, I mean, well, when's the next one? The next one we don't know what it'll be about, but the next one after that's definitely an Avengers one.
Yeah, this next one could be.
Oh no, because the next one that's the weekend before Avengers.
Yeah, the 7th.
Yeah, the next one is the 7th of April, and then the one after that is the 21st of April, which is the weekend before Avengers.
Yeah.
So like I might feature in the video. No, I won't.
I could try.
I don't want to break your camera.
I don't know what that means. We're just going to end it. We're gone. We need to eat. We're going to have a cake and a cup.
You make us sound so...
Thank you, guys.
Actual thing, by the way.
Yeah, we're done.
Just shove cakes and cups.
We're done. Thank you guys so much. See you later.
Bye.